Dear students, today I am going to start history chapters. According to the current syllabus, we have to learn total 4 chapters of history. 3 are compulsory and 1 is having choice. Nationalism in India, nationalism in Europe, and the print culture and the modern world. These are the compulsory chapters that everyone should learn. And 1 is option from these 2 chapters, the making of the global world and the ages of industrialization. I will intimate you afterwards which one we are going to opt. Today I am going to start a chapter, Nationalism in India. And I am assure you that 5 mark questions and mark questions will come from this chapter. So my dear students, listen carefully, understand the concept and learn the questions accordingly. Before entering the chapter, I want to ask one question to you. What is the meaning of nationalism? What is the meaning of nationalism? And I'm sure you are ready to give so many answers. Like love towards a nation, intimacy towards a nation, affection towards a nation. In simply you will say that sir, nationalism means Desh Bhakti, Desh ke prati prem, patriotism. My dear students, you all are right. Each and every answers are correct. Nationalism is a strong feeling of oneness, which then the people believe or feel that they live under the same political, social and economical system, which they shared when they shared the same aspiration while they live in the common land. More often, the modern nationalism that intimately connected with the anti-colonial movement. By the people, they were against this colonialism. Why they started anti-colonial movement? This is because the fact that the colonial powers, they exploited the colonies and led to poverty and misery. That is why the people of the colony, they tried to kick off these people or the foreigners from their motherland. A country like India, having number of classes, number of groups, they felt totally different feelings about this colonialism. Their experiences also were varied. Their notions of freedom, that was not same. The Congress, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, tried to unite these various groups under one movement. But this unity did not emerge without conflict. Dear students, we already discussed about nationalism in various different classes. But this class, we will pick out the story of the 1920s and will study about the main 2 movements like nationalist non-cooperation movement and CDM, civil disobedience movement. My dear students, we will look at how the Congress sought nationalist movement sought to develop the nationalist movement and how the groups, different type of groups, they participate in this movement and how this nationalism captured the imagination of the people. What was the notions or the aspirations of the various groups? For that, first of all, we are going to discuss about the impact of World War in India, or how the First World War that developed the growth of nationalism, or the economic and political situation created by the World War in India. This is an important topic of this from this chapter. The impact of World War that was happening between 1914 and 1918. As you all know that during the First World War, India was under the control of Britishers, and British were the key role also. They played a key role in the First World War. And there was a huge expenditure, means war expenditure also was there. For that, they need money. Britishers need money. So they imposed various taxes on the Indian common people. They imposed taxes, they increased taxes, and also introduced income tax. They introduced income tax. Huge increase in the expenditure. They want to meet the expenditure. For that, they increase the taxes. And also introduce income tax, which the common people had to pay for the war needs. And also during these war years, the prices of the commodities also increase. That means all the articles, the price of all the articles also increase. That lead to the hardship of the common people of India. Economical situation totally damaged. Right? Apart that, forced recruitment. Villagers called for the soldiers, they recruited. They visit the villages. And forcibly they captured the people. They joined the people for the war as a soldier. And as you well know, as you know about the villages of India, they are not so educated. They are not willing their children to send abroad, and they are not experienced also. So many people died also. So that the forced recruitment led widespread anger and resentment among the villagers. That's also a reason for the emergence of nationalism against the Britishers. 1920, 1918, 19, 1920, 21, crop failure in many parts of the country. Crop failure means the famine that lead to food shortage, famine. Also, influenza epidemic, crop failure. Because of this only, lot of people died. According to 1921 census, 12 to 13 million people perished due to the result of famine and epidemic. These were the impact of First World War in India. All these, because of all these reasons, the people started to unite. And the people of India hoped their hardship will end after the end of First World War. But that did not happen. And at this stage, a new leader with a new mode of struggle appeared. That is Mahatma Gandhi. He reached India in January 1915 from South Africa. As you all know, that South Africa mein kya kiya unhone. And he fought against the racist regime with a novel method that is known as Satyagraha. What is the meaning of Satyagraha? Satya ka agraha. It emphasizes the power of the truth and need to search for truth. It suggests that if the cause was true, the struggle was for against the injustice, there is no need of any physical violence. A Satyagrahi can win the battle with the help of non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi believed this dharma of non-violence can unite the Indian people. Then when Mahatma Gandhi arrived in India, many of the leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak and all, they approached Mahatma Gandhi to take the leadership of this nationalist movement. But his political mentor, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, advised him, first of all, you have to visit the country, understand the situation of the country, meet the people. So he started to travel all over the country. He traveled village to village. And he understood the condition of the pathetic condition of the countrymen or India and the brutal activities of the Britishers. That is why he started early Satyagraha movement in various places. like 1916 Chambar in Bihar, 1917 Kheda Gujarat, 1918 Ahmedabad Gujarat. My dear students, this is the first map questions of you people. Mahatma Gandhi's initial early Satyagraha movement in India. 1916 Chambar and Bihar for the peasants against the oppressive plantation system. 1917 Kheda Gujarat, that also meant for the peasants because their peasants were totally in a pathetic condition. They are unable to pay the tax because the crop failure and also plague epidemic. They wanted to waive off the revenue. Mahatma Gandhi worked for them and that also was successful. 1916, 1917 Kheda. 1918 cotton mill workers, Ahmedabad. That also for the he wanted to remove the pathetic condition of the cotton mill workers because they have to work hard for 18, 12 and 16, 18 hours, less wages. Working condition was so poor. So Mahatma Gandhi organized Satyagraha for these people. So all these Satyagraha, 1916, 17, 18, Chambar and Bihar, Kheda Gujarat, Ahmedabad Gujarat. All these Satyagraha were very successful. Understood? So from this topic, you have to learn three questions. First is the impact of First World War in India, or how nationalism grew due to this World War. Second is idea of Satyagraha, right? Truth and non-violence. And the third is the Mahatma Gandhi's initial Satyagraha movement in India, that is 1916, 17, 18, Chambar and Bihar, Kheda Gujarat and Ahmedabad Gujarat. My dear students, you may please, if you are having the textbook, read the textbook. Else, listen this carefully 2 times. You are able to understand clearly and write these 3 questions also. And we will continue with the next topic tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.